Hi, in this video we are going to solve an intermediate level SQL problem. So first we need to head to sqlpractice.com. This is the website we will be working on or with. Then we need to select hospital DB. Then we need to click on view all questions, select difficulty medium, and we need to scroll down until we see the question which says for each doctor, display their ID, full name, and the first and last admission date they attended. Then we need to get rid of this, and we can take a look at the tables. So we can see here an admissions table. If we click on the green arrow, we can see the rows inside and the name of the columns, etc. And also we can see the doctors table. And if we click on the green arrow, we can see the information inside the doctors table. If we click on expected output, we can see the output we should get after doing our query. And if we click on get it again, we can see some solution keywords. So these are the keywords suggested by the website we can use on our SQL code. And if we click on solution portion, we can also get some portion of the solution, so you can see some lines of code so that we can get an idea on how to approach and solve this problem. Okay, but now let's do it together. But first, I encourage you to try it on your own. And if you are stuck or you don't know how to approach it, or if you don't know how to continue, or if you do it and you did it correctly and you want to compare it with my solution, you can resume the video and we can do it together. Okay, so let's read the problem. So for each doctor, display their ID, full name, and the first and last admission date they attended. Okay, so let's break it down. First, it says for each doctor, display their ID, full name, and the first and last admission date they attend. Okay, so first, display their ID. So we can begin by doing that. For each doctor, display their ID. So in the doctors table, I have a doctor ID column, so I'm going to use that. Select doctor ID and the full name. So there is no full name column, but a first name and last name, so I need to concat that. Use the concat function to combine the first name and the last name. So I need to say concat first name, comma, I need to give an space, comma, last name, and I'm going to give an alias as full name. And okay, if I just run this query from doctors, oh sorry, I forgot to place a comma here. Okay, I get the doctor ID and the full name of that doctor, but then it says and the first and last admission date they attended. So the admission dates are inside the admissions table. So now I need to combine these two tables in order to get that information. So how are we going to do that? Okay, we have with a foreign key and a primary key. So in the admissions table, we have an attending doctor's ID, which is a foreign key. You can see that is we have like a silver key. So that means that it's referring to another column in the doctors table. So the column it's referring to is the primary key in the doctors table, which is doctor ID. So I can do that and join those two together. So I need to join the admissions table on, and I'm going to give an alias to these two tables so that it's easier for me to referring to them later. On A admissions dot attending doctor ID equals D dot doctor ID. Okay, so I'm doing that, and I hope you can see everything. Oops. Okay, so now what we are going to do, it's the following. We now join the two tables, but we still need to find the first and the last admission date they attended. So to do that, I need to show, like in the expected output, I need to show the first admission date in a column and the last admission date in another column. So I need to get back to the select part of the query, and I need to select the like it's shown here, the first admission date. Okay, so the first admission date is the earliest admission date. So in this case, I need to use the min and admission date. And this is going to show, sorry, I forgot to place a comma. Okay, so this is going to show the minimum or the earliest admission date. But why is it only showing one? Because I need to group everything. I need to group by, and I need to group by the doctor ID and the full name. So in that case, it's going to return the minimum admission date for every doctor. So you can see this is the earliest they gave an admission to a patient, and I can give an alias to this as first admission date, but I also need to show the last admission date. So to do that, I can use the max admission date, give an alias as last admission date. And now if I run this query, we should get the correct answer. So as you can see, we got it correctly. It was a little bit long, but doing it step by step, trying to understand the problem and all the steps involved, that will give us more understanding of the problem, and we can enhance our problem solving skills. So if you find this video useful, don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.